Hello, everyone, and welcome to Absolutely Criminal, coming to you from the sprawling Absolutely Criminal compound. This is Andrew with Tiffie Lou. How are you doing, Tiffie Lou?
I'm doing great. How are you?
How is everybody out in Chatland tonight?
I'm excited for tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is the
yep,
idea I came up with. Just gonna take a little credit. Toot toot.
it's true.
Yep, yep.
Now this is not the where we get you drunk and you do the
No,
field
by the
sobriety
way, we
test,
still
right?
haven't done that, but I think I don't work Thursday. I
hmm
think Thursday would be a good time to get me sloshed and give me the test and see how well I can stand on one foot or whatever the rules are.
I know all the rules. I've seen a billion of those things.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to be the cop in this scenario, and we'll see how I do.
All right. Well, Kathy Jones is here. Renee, Joe Love, Shahada. Hope I'm saying that right. And yeah, that's the group so far, and some more people that are lurking in the
I'm
background.
not chiming in.
But that is
Yeah.
perfectly okay. That's what I do when I go to most live streams. I
You're
lurk
such
in
a
the background.
stalker.
hmm All right. Yeah. So at the end, as Tiffany told you, we're going to do a pause and predict with Sarah Boone.
Yeah, I'm so
So,
excited. Oh my
yeah,
gosh, I'm so
we'll show
excited.
you guys how it goes
We're
and
only going to
let us
do a
know.
section. Obviously, we don't have time to do the entire interrogation, but we're
We'd
going to be breaking it up.
Yeah, we'd be in here until midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
but
we're going to be doing how many? 3 or 4?
we got 15
No,
questions.
I mean, like how many sections
As many as people
of the
want.
interrogation are we
I'll do the
doing?
whole dang thing if people want. I never get tired of watching
I know, I know.
that.
Anyway, this is
Not the whole
part
thing
we'll
tonight
say this
though.
is part 1 of our Sarah Boone interrogation pause and predict.
We will. That's a
And
mouthful.
yeah, I know. It just rolls off the tongue. And I'm excited. I think that'll be fun. And everybody's seen this interrogation like a billion times. So I'm
hmm
curious to see what everyone's responses are. How much do we know about the interrogation? This will be great.
All right. So, before we get going, we just have a couple of updates on stories that we've been involved in. Taylor Shabusiness. You remember Taylor Shabusiness?
Taylor Shabuti. Yep.
She's been sentenced to life in prison today, without the possibility of parole for the murder of Shad Therian. You'll recall she cut off his head and put it in a
Yeah.
bucket.
See, and that's why I mean, and not that murder isn't a strong word, but I feel like it's a light word
Yeah.
compared to what she actually did to this man.
What she did
It's like,
is, yeah, you're right. It goes way
ah,
beyond murder. There was some dismembering, but
oh,
I mean, even to, I mean, just she went home and pretended like it never happened, and the cops get there. She's like, "What?" You
yeah.
know?
What? Don't look in my van. Yeah.
Yeah, please don't look in that bucket. So the conviction came after a grueling 2-week trial where prosecutors laid out a web of evidence, and that was but this was the sentencing hearing. The defense argued that there was a lack of direct evidence linking Shabizz to the crime, but we know how it all came out. So she's going
hmm
to be spending some time in prison.
Sometime. It sounds like the rest of her life, you said.
It, yes,
So not sometime.
right, not
She
sometime.
she's got a little commitment going on. Yeah.
Yep. And the other story of ours in the news is you remember Sam Bankman Fried?
Yeah. SB. Yeah.
He
SBF.
looks like uh, Sideshow Bob.
He does. He looks,
Yeah.
you know,
But anyway,
creative.
he's the crypto guy that had a big crypto exchange. And essentially, what he was doing with customer deposits, he was just giving them away and using them and buying houses and paying his parents. And
Wow.
yeah, so his mother is a Stanford law professor. Her name is Barbara Freed, and she's staunchly defending her boy.
Like because she believes he's innocent or because she thinks that what he did isn't so bad.
Well, she's labeling the government's actions as a witch hunt.
Ah, okay.
So we all know that. Yeah, when you this that's a good defense. You just call it a witch hunt, and yeah. But it's scheduled to start on October 3rd. I'm tripping all over myself
I
tonight,
know, you
man.
can't even speak, it's
Bleh.
embarrassing.
All right, so scheduled to start on October 3rd, the trial accuses Bankman-Fried of defrauding millions of FTX investors and misusing customer funds. If convicted, he could face life imprisonment. And Barbara Fried has criticized the prosecution's tactics as McCarthyite and accuses them of destroying her family's reputation.
I think
Interest,
your son destroyed the reputation.
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
And they've both been sued by FTX, allegedly ignoring warning signs of their son's activities while profiting from the company.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's an email from SBF's dad, Mr. Bankman, and he got a salary from FTX. And so he gets his first payment, and it's $200,000. And
That's
this is
not a bad
that's
paycheck.
no, and that's for a month.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And
Well,
but then he sends an email out, and he says, gosh, I don't know how to address this. And he sends this to his son, by the way, and CC's Barbara, I guess for extra leverage. I don't know. But he emails his son and said, "Oh gosh, I don't know how to say this, but I was expecting $1 million. This is the first I'm hearing of $200,000."
oh my How is he getting through?
Oh
I don't
man,
know how you scrape by with
it's
just 200 grand a month.
it's gonna be a rough winter for the Bankman Freeze,
Yeah,
I'll
no
tell you
kidding.
that. Yep. Okay, so next, before we do Sarah Boone,
Which is why everyone is probably here.
yeah, see, but I learned my lesson early on not to blow my entire
Yeah,
wad
we
at the
don't
front of the.
start with Sarah anymore. That was wrong of us.
I
Yeah.
hate to be all commercial and shit, but
Yeah.
that's just, yeah, I have to keep you guys around. And hi, Crime Curious. Hi, Kristen. Welcome, new
Oh,
arrivals.
people are popping in. Okay.
Yeah, they pop and pop. So we are doing our next episode, and it should be done this week, about Victoria Nasyrova.
Hmm.
And she found her exact match, her doppelganger, and she thought it would be a good idea to take over her life,
Hmm.
literally, like step in and be her. So we have a 2-minute preview from the episode that's coming up for all viewers, and we will see you after the.
These are the frosty frontiers of Russia, where treachery and trickery are common as the cold. Victoria Nasyrova was born against the vast landscapes of the city of Krasnodar, about 800 miles south of Moscow. Few details of her childhood are available, but the 90s were a time of political upheaval and great economic hardships in Russia. Her family was not insulated from this environment, but Victoria dreamed of a future studded with diamonds and wrapped in plush furs. She got a glimpse of the good life when she married Dmitry Nasyrov around 2000. Just 5 short years later, he'd be dead. It was ruled as self-inflicted, but while there's no official evidence to the contrary, current events have people speculating. She would eventually move to the United States and the bustling borough of Brooklyn, New York, but not before becoming a murder suspect, officially, this time. In fact, the death may be the whole reason for her coming to the land of opportunity. And if you'd like to appear as American as apple pie, why not take a slice out of the big apple itself? But before sharpening her knives and making the first cut, she had some business to attend to. You see, Victoria knew she wouldn't get far, much less abroad, without a fake passport. Whether it was at this point she sought one out or she already possessed one, we do know that she likely had to use other dubious documents to procure it. She would finally flee Mother Russia in 2014, leaving authorities there frustrated and unaware of her New York notions. Vicky must have thought, if she can fake it there, she's going to fake it anywhere. It was up to her, but even big city success wouldn't be enough for her. Victoria wanted to fake it and make it at the same time.
All right, and to be continued. That will be out soon. It's a wild story.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I would just trip if I found somebody who looked like me. I have very distinct features. So if there's somebody walking around with my nose, I would do a double take. So the fact that she
Yeah.
even found somebody who looked like her, she had to have hunted them down or something. Like you can't imagine just running
Man,
into them at Ross,
that's what I think.
you know?
Yeah, she ran into her at a very common place of business, but it's really hard to believe. I mean, when I'm producing this episode, I'm having a hard time distinguishing between the two ladies. They looked so much like one another at one time.
So the pictures that you shared in this little trailer, that's actually her. You don't have her confused with the other one.
Right. This is her for now.
Hmm.
Yep. And
Okay.
then once you see the pictures of the other lady, of course, Victoria does not look that way anymore after some
Few days
legal
in
troubles.
jail kind of wears on you.
Yeah. So that's the name of that tune. Okay.
All right, and here we are
So,
on with our pause and predict for Sarah's interrogation.
yeah, and with a little voiceover assistance from Tiffie Lou, we'll start the I tried to get some questions that may not be at the forefront of your mind. The first question is completely easy. All of you will get it, and that's just like our little warm-up question. So, but
Right.
feel
It's like
free.
it's like the little tester question,
It's
just so
the
you know how
tester.
to
It's
take
the
the test, you know.
Yeah, it's the
We-
example that we've done for you.
and then after that it gets hard.
Hmm. Yeah. So, here we go. Okay. Without further ado.
Bless you.
Oh,
So this morning we went to his autopsy, and we were informed of some injuries that he has by the doctor. So I want, so he's got scratch marks to his back.
I know what that's from.
Okay, and it's called a contusion. Do you know what a contusion is? So like basically you're getting hit, and then you get a mark from it. You'll get bruising, like someone hit you or something like that. It's called a contusion. So he had some injuries to his left shoulder. He had a cut near his lip. We could see his mouth was a little
I haven't laid a
swollen.
hand on him.
Okay.
Also, too, he fell off my son's bike,
Okay.
so I don't know. And he's notorious for running into the wall or the
Okay.
hall tree, so
Okay.
he falls off bikes and he runs into walls
Uh-huh.
for preemptive excuses for the bruises.
Okay.
I don't-
What about the scratches?
Yeah, what about those scratches? How does she explain them? Is it A,
Soccer,
B,
socks,
or C?
the dog.
All right. I know you were there in the interrogation room, Sarah, so this is kind of a silly question, but what do you think it is?
Well, he was dancing with the dog. So I'm gonna say the dog.
You're going to say the dog?
Gonna.
Kathy agrees, but we have a lot of B's.
Oh, maybe. Wow, they have sexy sex.
All right. Welcome, Sam Pulliam and Cece. Let's find out what the answer is.
Because there's also sex.
Yes.
Okay. Because there's
They were
also
naughty.
Oh,
like a
filthy
scratch
nuts.
on the back of his neck, kind of going, but it's going straight across.
They would need to be having a lot of sex for her to explain every wound on his body.
Well, it's possible. They're, you know, extremely passionate people to both extremes, I'm sure.
Touche, Tiffie Lou.
I mean,
I,
I- Scratching happens.
No idea
Just
what
gonna
that's
say.
from.
And they're all recent. Like they occurred recently. It wasn't something that occurred post or that occurred a week ago or 2 days ago, 3 days ago. They definitely occurred, the night leading up to when he was.
In all honesty,
In all honesty. And when suspects start a response like that, it's going to be completely forthright and honest, right? All right. So is the answer A,
We were playing hide and seek.
B,
I don't remember what happened.
or C?
We have not gotten into it.
Gotten into what, Sarah? All right. Tiffie Lou.
Well, she said sex.
Yeah.
So are you saying you didn't get?
Is that what she's referring to?
I don't. But then where did the scratches go from?
Yep, we've got an A, a C, another A. What do you think, Tiffie Lou? Step back to the mic and let Sarah move over a bit.
I know she goes on about hide and seek, but I don't think that's just yet. I'm going to say she doesn't remember.
All right.
I don't think hide and seek is this soon.
So you're going with B. Let's find out.
I should have watched this again.
we have not gotten into it.
Ah,
That's why
I wasn't
like,
even right or wrong. I was wrong.
In all honesty.
The only thing I thought you guys were going to ask me about, which I was going to be honest with you anyway, are the scratch marks on his back.
Mhm.
Everything else, I have no idea what it is. No idea what it is. Nonetheless,
So
No,
she
okay.
only knows about the scratch marks.
If she has no idea what it is,
you're
then why did she volunteer the bicycle and the bumping into walls?
yeah, she
And
doesn't
I would
know.
have just dropped it. If I had no clue and I only knew about scratches on the back, I'd be like, well, we got nasty and I scratched up his back, but I don't know about anything else. That's what you do. You don't immediately make excuses before they even tell you what the wounds are.
Yeah, I mean,
Ah.
I've had my son over the house too, so
Well, your son was there
yes, nonetheless.
when? When was he last there?
oh gosh.
From my
Last week?
understanding, he was there like last Tuesday.
I don't know if it was Tuesday, but yes, he was there last week, so
Well, we're talking about Sunday. We're just talking about what occurred Sunday.
The day he died.
Because, like I said, the injuries they occurred within that time period.
so you're talking about day before yesterday.
Sunday leading into Monday. You called us yesterday at 1, but the incident, you guys were painting and stuff the night prior.
Correct.
So we're talking about Sunday and then
That's
into
why
Monday.
She says, that's why I'm blank. It was hard to hear, but she said, that's why I'm, what's her excuse this time? Is it A,
Totally in the dark,
B,
thoroughly confused,
or C?
completely stumped.
I'm kind of completely stumped.
Is that your guess? But you already know the answers. You're a liar.
Yeah.
Gosh, I wanted to say, I don't think she says thoroughly confused, but I imagine her saying thoroughly because she likes to use like lots of syllables. So she sounds smart. So I'm going to go with B.
A lot of multisyllabic words
Yeah,
for this one.
not necessary to say thoroughly, but she would. So
Well, it looks like in chat we have a mix of A's, B's, and C's.
oh, it's a mix.
So let's find out. That's why I'm blank.
Thoroughly confused.
Ah, I finally got one.
Yeah,
I'm a winner.
Good time sitting on the back porch having wine and smoking a couple of cigarettes, and then decided to go inside and literally paint, do puzzles, and play.
And play.
Sounds like her son is over
It
to
sounds
visit.
like preschool. Yeah. And did she get out the popsicle sticks? Did they make art?
Yeah. All right. Please like and subscribe, everyone. And if you haven't checked out Crime Curious's channel, head on over and check that out. Crime Curious. And feel free, Curious, to let us know what's up next on your channel.
And listen to music. That's why.
All right. That's why blank. A,
Nobody got out of sewers.
B,
I try to keep my wits about me.
or C.
I don't get drunk. My vote's on C, dude.
Yeah, C. And
She doesn't get drunk.
I agree with you, Renee. I've seen this a lot of times, probably more than I've seen Back to the Future.
I've seen it a few times too, and I'm really getting a lot wrong, to be honest. So,
Yeah, well,
but my vote's on C for this one.
okay. It looks like a lot of people are with you. Kristen, Renee, Jennifer, but Joe Love and Sam and Kathy,
They're running with nobody got
they're
out of
running with
sorts.
A. Yeah.
Nobody got out of sorts.
Oh,
This
wow,
is
I
what
was wrong.
Everyone was sorted.
I'm really not used to being wrong.
mind-blowing to me. Like,
Okay.
I have no clue. Nobody laid a hand on anybody.
He also had,
I like how the cop just goes on, yeah, and
Uh-huh.
also he
like on the left side of his forehead, he had basically bruising, and on like his head and his skull,
I have no idea.
as if something hit him. Like
I
it's considered
have not
blunt force
touched him.
trauma.
I have not touched him. I have not touched him.
Then how would he get those injuries?
How did he get those injuries, Sarah? Is it A,
Damned if I know.
B,
Tell me, and we'll both know.
or C,
George bursts this all the time,
with falling off the bike
Yeah,
and dancing with the dog?
and he runs into the wall.
He runs into walls
Yeah.
randomly.
I'm
too.
gonna say it's "Tell me, and we'll both know." That sounds so familiar. I can hear her saying it.
Well,
I hear her saying it.
it looks like virtually everyone agrees with you.
Everyone hears it, right? Okay, thank you. I'm not that checked out. Oh, Crime Curious at C.
Yep. So
We'll see.
And Crime Curious next has Letitia Stout case report reading next, so that's going to be good.
Is it Letitia or Leticia?
I
I think Leticia
after I
is
said
a prettier
Letitia,
prettier
in my
sounding.
head I was wondering that, and that just kind of made me stop talking. And
Yeah.
when that happens, I should restart the video. So let's find out how he got those injuries.
Tell me and we'll both know.
Yay! I knew I was
I
right.
have not touched him.
Yesterday, when we took photographs of your overall body, and they did the buccal swabs, did they go under your fingernails?
No.
Okay. Are you willing to let us
Absolutely.
swab underneath your fingernails?
Go for it.
Absolutely. I've
Okay.
scrubbed the crap out.
I have no idea, and I don't want to seem out of sorts, but I have no idea. We had a good day.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good day. We've had good days lately.
Cece, so am I.
What's that?
Cece, I'm flunking this class too.
Considering
Okay.
everything that's going on with
Even considering everything that's going on with blank, their life is hard, especially Sarah's life. She's got a lot to keep up with George. So is it, even considering everything going on with A,
The apartment manager and George's drinking,
B,
my life and my job and a million other things,
or C?
our jobs and life in general and ex-wives. I think it's C. I think it's C. I think she mentions an ex-wife.
You have a lot of early agreeers. Yeah.
Mm.
Brian was married before? Or Jorge? I don't know. Well, I guess that would be, yeah, let's find out.
I think he was.
our jobs and life in general and ex-wives and everything.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
been good. Like, I don't even know where this is coming from.
Maybe it's her ex-wife.
And it's pronounced Letitia.
Oh, sure. Good to know.
Unless you're
Okay.
Dr. Lewis and you want her to think you're a Russian assassin.
With a Spanish name.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
said
even
the
know.
last physical was probably, you said, I think, what, a month ago? Where you got the injury, right? You said that was a
I'll
month
say
ago?
a few weeks, give or take, yeah.
A few weeks. That was the last, like, physical altercation between the two of you? Yeah, you said a month ago he hit you with a curtain rod.
Yeah, with the curtain rod. That's why I can't believe you guys didn't take that either.
Yeah, why didn't they take the curtain rod he beat her with?
Like, we've been good. I don't know if, like, it's since the last time he got out of jail. Like, we've been good, and he's been having his classes and seeing his probation officer, who's amazing. So,
What do you mean by good? What's your definition of good?
the
'Cause
probation
it means-
officer,
No, you said you guys have been good. What's your definition?
I've
of
been good.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
think you all,
Okay, sorry. They've been good, but he beat her over the head with a shower curtain. But other than that, we're like totally solid.
And except for all those arrests.
And
when-
except for the
yeah.
whole arrest thing. But since he got out, he's been like only beating me with shower curtains.
Yep.
shower curtain rods. So, okay.
And as JT says, that is a sturdy curtain rod. I agree. They fall down. Let's see. So yeah, George was married before, and
See, I knew he had kids, but I didn't know that he was married before.
Mhm.
I just assumed, baby mama type
Yeah,
of
Sam
situation.
reminded us he has kids, was
Okay.
married before, and that's just what makes this sad.
So
I mean,
horrifying.
we laugh at Sarah, and we kind of forget just the awful way
What
he
she has
died.
created for everyone around him.
Yep, and his family.
Yeah.
Understand, he comes at me all the time. He comes at me. So it's either I flee or
So it's either I flee or A,
Try defending myself and call the cops.
B,
Try to go upstairs and go to sleep.
C.
Try to talk him down and have a good day. I think she's a C. I think she likes to talk him down. I think she thinks she's too good for him and she
Mhm.
can calm him down.
Well, yeah, they like to have good days. They were having a good day
Uh-huh.
until they weren't.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We got some B's. Definitely B, 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 B. So let's find out. It's either I flee or
try to go upstairs and go to sleep.
Oh,
That's usually what
wow.
it is. And I don't know if you talk to
and that's what she chose to do that
I
night.
thought that's what she just did that night. I didn't know that was her argument for every time they fight. Okay.
Guess who's here?
Oh, Sparkles!
Welcome, Spark.
Brian about any of that, but most of the time when I flee, I go over there. So,
Right, but you're saying that you guys have been good, and when I asked you yesterday, there hasn't, the last incident that you could remember was the curtain rod incident, which you said was a month ago, so,
give or take,
right. So what do you mean by he comes after you? Like,
he gets
He gets blank. What do you mean he comes after you? She asked. He gets A,
Incredibly invasive.
B,
Belligerently drunk.
C.
Overwhelmed so easily.
All right.
Oh, it's a toss-up between A and B for me. What do you guys think? B for Jennifer. B, okay. Belligerently drunk sounds like him. Incredibly invasive. That sounds like my ex-boyfriends. We'll go with B.
All right. We got lots of B's and an A. Let's see.
belligerently drunk.
Ah!
Like, I don't know if y'all have looked through my phone yet, and
Speaking of belligerently
they
drunk.
looked through your phone, okay?
Yeah, I was just going to say that phone video, that's belligerently drunk.
This is what's crazy is that she has no idea what's on that phone. And she's like, look through my phone.
Yeah,
what
it's
the
all
hell?
puppy dogs and rainbows up in her head right now.
Oh my
But
gosh.
that will change. We're not going to see that part of it tonight, but on the next part, yep.
seen any of the pictures and the videos that I have taken.
mhm.
And at one point, I started documenting everything.
Okay.
So you all will see in my pictures, bloody fingers, split foreheads, he split my nose. I've got this.
Right.
I don't know if Brian told you about it, where I had to have I had one really bad surgery, but then it got really, 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 really bad, where I had to go like 4 or 5 more times afterwards for them to tend to it, from him poking me in the back of the leg.
Right.
So it's...
Then why are you still with him?
Yeah, the male detective asks a very timely question. Why are you still with him? And Clairol, we agree. This never gets old. I mean, maybe one day it will, but it hasn't gotten old. Yeah. Okay, so why is she still with him? A,
Everybody asks me that
B,
because I love him.
or C?
You all don't understand. It's
Mhm.
going to be everybody asks me that. I remember her saying that.
Okay.
I think it's A.
Yep.
Yeah, my money's on A.
All right. Renee agrees.
I don't have a lot of money.
Joe Love, Kathy, Andrea, Sam Pulliam. Lots of A's. Let's find out.
Everybody asks me that when I tell you guys this. I really love him,
Oh.
like I do, and I feel like I can help him.
As I was watching this today, I was thinking she never sniffs and she never wipes her face, but she makes the crying noise.
She changes her voice. It's
Yeah.
so full of crap, dude.
Yeah, that's one big mistake suspects make. Uh, if you can't cry on cue, if you're not a trained actor, then you really shouldn't try
All
because
she needed to do was wipe some onion juice on her fingers, you
yeah,
know?
nobody whimpers like that without tears coming out.
Like, I feel like I could help him, which I did, because he came a really
Very well played.
long way from where he was in Philadelphia to moving back to here and to dealing with everything else that he's been dealing with. I've really helped him. I bailed him out of jail.
So, how many times does she say she's bailed him out of jail? Is it A,
3,
B,
4,
or C?
5.
Might have to dig a little deeper into your memory banks for this one.
Shit, I don't remember though. I really don't. I'm gonna just say 5, just because it sounds like a really big number that you might throw out, but I really don't remember the answer to this at all.
Or 50, like the 50 next things she has to do.
Yeah.
We got an A, a B, and a C,
Oh,
so a
we're all
smattering
over the
of all
boards over
different
here.
kinds. Yep. So
Okay.
let's find out.
What, 3 times?
Oh,
I've gone
wow.
to every single hearing and every single arraignment, everything that I did for him. Gone to see all his public defenders, go to the state, I've gone to the state. I did everything for him because I'm trying to help him, because I had hope in him. And he was trying. He was really trying. And then he starts to think about things, and I think he gets overwhelmed, and then it's like, the next thing I know, he's drinking. So it's like, oh man.
Okay. I have before we go on with the question,
Uh-huh.
her crying, the reason you know it's a lie, even if she doesn't produce tears, is that the minute she went into another story,
Yeah.
the tears, like the crying immediately stopped and her voice immediately changed into explanation mode.
Instantly dried up. Like we
Yeah.
could say, okay, maybe her tear ducts are not functional.
Mm-hmm.
That's a disability.
Yeah, poor girl.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
yeah, that's a good point. So she's talking about George getting all full of liquor here,
Right,
and
yeah.
she's like, "Up." So it's like, "Oh man, A,
I know where this is gonna go.
B,
I've seen that look before.
C."
I better go run and hide. Well, we know she doesn't do that, guys, okay? I know this is gonna go. I've seen that. I'm gonna say A. I'm gonna say A.
Yeah, and we've got a confident, strong A from Sam Pulliam, who didn't know the last one.
I know. I
Yep,
thought he was kind of like our wizard when it comes to this, but
yeah, he
no.
really is. We'll give him a pass on that one. Though. So it's like, oh man, let's find out.
I know where this is going to go, so I'm going to go upstairs and read a book, or I'm going to go for a bike ride, or I'm going to do something else, or I don't want to drink.
Yeah, Sam typed that next word of the interrogation, by the way, without hearing it first. So
yeah, okay. Sam is our wizard
yeah,
of the
you have some bona
interrogation.
fides, my friend.
Yeah, you've seen this way more than 20 times, Sam.
I don't want to drink. The occasional wine, whatever, or if it's a weekend, that's when you have a good time. You don't have to wake up the next day. I have to wake up the next day and do things. I have to tend to Lucas. I have to take him to school. I have all this stuff to do. He doesn't know how to
What does she do? I don't even,
maintain him.
does she have a job?
No, she's been living off
Well,
of.
what does she do during the day that she can't get drunk the night before for?
That's a good point.
I don't I've got friends that go to work in the morning. They still get drunk.
Well, she's got to be considerate of George. You know, he doesn't
Oh,
want to.
yeah, because she knows where that's going to go.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Himself where I can do 50 things at once and still know the 50 things more prior that I need to get done.
Oh yeah, you're asking how did she does? Yeah, she
Yeah,
lives
that's
off
right.
of the
The
alimony.
alimony. But yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying though. When she's saying she has so many busy things to do, I was like, last I heard you weren't even employed. Like what fills your day? You
Yeah.
know?
Mm-hmm.
That you can't do drunk, is really the question.
Collecting alimony is a hell of a job. It sure
It's
is.
really stressful.
I bet she had something to drink on the way there. Did she come in on her own, or did they
She
bring her
did.
in?
They invited her. They talked to her the day before, and they
Yeah.
invited her down. And you don't go down alone, sweetie. I'm sorry. This is your own problem.
Yeah, I mean, Brian
Yeah.
probably drove her there.
Mhm.
She's Drunky the Bear.
He can't process like that. He didn't process like that, so he would literally, not literally.
He would literally not literally blank. Now, I see what she's trying to get at. Like, he doesn't process this and that. I don't process things. I have ADHD. You do a lot of things for me, Tiffany, and
Mhm.
you keep this house in running order.
Barely. It wants to run away sometimes, but
But I don't think you get the way Sarah Boone gets. At least I
well, I
hope.
haven't put you in a suitcase yet.
Yeah.
So
There's always a yet. He would literally, not literally, A,
have his head explode into a million pieces.
B,
Have smoke coming out of his ears.
C.
Have blood running out of his eyes. I think it's smoke out of the ears. I
Yeah.
want to say smoke out of the ears because I hope that's not literally. That's like a doctoral issue, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think everybody agrees with you. And that's a great visual thinking about her right there. And she makes the sign of smoke coming out of her ears. Let's find out. Well, we know,
but had smoke coming out of his ears.
of
So the
course.
next thing you know, he doesn't want to deal with it. I'm going to go get something to drink. So the majority of the time, I would hang out outside or do something else because I don't want to drink. And every time, his job broke his heart. And it made me sad because he had so much pride in his job. And the store that he took care of so much totally went downhill. And that broke his heart because he had put so much work and effort into fixing it up.
It's so
And he-
funny. They know she's not crying. They're not even offering her a tissue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're like, "You're fine."
They're just like, sure.
His manager was awful and basically
Her face is bone dry.
Yeah.
gave
Yeah.
up on all of the employees. So I think that had a huge bearing on why he would drink so much. His ex-wife,
Oh, yeah. So we get to the ex-wife. His ex-wife, blank. A,
Is bananas.
B,
Is bonkers.
C.
Is bizarre. I'm going to say bananas.
Bananas? Okay.
Bananas.
Yeah, Bananas.
Uh-huh.
And
Sam says B. Maybe she's bonkers. I don't know.
We got some B's. Bonkers or
There's
bananas.
a lot of B's, though. Bananas, bonkers, bizarre. It
Yep.
doesn't roll off your tongue.
Well, it does when you like alliteration as much as I do here at
You're
Absolutely
such a
Brutal.
nerd.
I know.
is bonkers.
Oh,
She was
Sam's
all
right. I
over
should have
him
just
all
followed
the
his lead.
Yeah, right. He's like your friend that's really talented at sports betting. You just follow their lead.
Yeah.
Send me money, send me money, send me money. How can I send you money when I don't have a job? And he's still trying to take care of me and Lucas by paying a bill here or there, getting some groceries. So he always had something on his mind, which is why
He always had something on his mind, which is why blank. A,
I had to help him like process.
B,
I got the puzzles and the paint.
C.
I didn't want to drink. I can't drink.
Yeah, and of course she goes back and forth between saying she was sober enough to remember and or she was too drunk to take responsibility for her actions.
I'm gonna agree with Sparkalicious and go with A. Because it kind of ties in better. I know she says the other two things in other points of this interrogation, but I don't think it's here.
There's one person that has said B here. So
Mm.
let's find out. He always had something on his mind, which is why.
I got the puzzles and the
Ow.
paint to try to get him off of it so we don't have a drink, or he doesn't have a drink.
Okay,
Can
I'm
you all
sorry.
see my phone?
When I want to have a drink,
Uh-huh.
and I don't even drink very often, but if I'm like, I want to have a drink, somebody bringing over puzzles and paint isn't going to deter me from that decision. And I'm not even an alcoholic. I don't even drink. But I
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of feel like if that's the decision I've made, you're not going to turn me away with like your game of Clue or whatever.
Yeah,
you
when you're
know?
really craving a drink. That's
Yeah,
not really gonna
I
come through
just
for you.
well, this'll help. Thank you, Sarah. You know?
You can see all of the damage he has done to me and the videos of him smashing my television because he's belligerently drunk. Well, most of the time, I just don't want
More
to be there.
delicious.
And I try to help him. I try to calm him down. Eventually, he just,
She tries to calm him down, but he eventually just blank.
You gonna give me an A or
Right.
a
JT said that's the new rehab, 1,000-piece puzzles.
bet?
You just keep their mind off of things for a really long
Right. We
time
get 1,000 pieces. They have 2,000, even 10,000.
for the
Yeah, for the
severe
really, really
alcoholic.
bad. Yeah, that's they use those at Schick only though. Yeah.
Schick recovery centers. All right, we have a couple A's already. Eventually, he just A,
Passes out,
B,
calms down,
or C.
gives up. I'm gonna say B and C are not even options though. I'm gonna go with A anyway because I can't imagine him calming down.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
calms down or gives
Mhm.
up. Andrea's not sure. Let's find out.
passes out.
Passes
Well,
out.
yesterday it made it sound like you guys were just drinking like a glass or two. Like, yeah, you obviously had the bottle, but you,
It was
I mean,
the
you
weekend.
told me on the, yeah, but you told me on recording, like, that you were not drunk, he was not drunk, you guys were having a good time.
I can't get drunk.
Yep, she can't get drunk. And that's where we leave things. What will happen next?
Oh, I can't wait till Friday.
All right, if all you in chat want to continue this on Friday, please let us know, or let us know if you don't want to. Tiffany,
I don't know. I'm still gonna do it. If you don't want to, sorry.
yeah, we'll show up and do whatever, right? But anything to add, Tiffie Lou?
No, although I am thinking you shouldn't ask me my opinion first
Mhm.
when I'm still waiting to see what Sam's answer is.
Yeah,
Um,
no breaking out the video, Sam. That was kind of a tease, I guess.
yeah, I guess that's true. Anybody can technically study for our upcoming exam. Um, and I guess it's fair. We can't obviously tell you not to, but you know, hopefully Andrew will find more interesting ways to find up some questions, not some obvious things that
Oh,
are on t-shirts.
dude, I'm just gonna let it play out. There is,
Speaking of t-shirts,
yeah.
you have made a hilarious Sarah Boone t-shirt, and we've got other like little Dr. Boone merchandise at the store.
Mhm.
One of the things Andrew and I are going to do is I don't know how many rounds of this we're doing. 3?
Yeah.
3 rounds. So on the last round, there is a chance of winning a prize, a Sarah Boone
Oh, like
related
if we get all the way to the
prize.
end of the interrogation, then
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah, at the end of the interrogation, we're gonna be passing out some prizes.
Yep.
Yeah.
If we're all still alive by then.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Amelia said it best. Tune in Friday for more. We'll be here. And if you enjoyed yourself tonight, please like and subscribe.
And Friday, it is at 4 Pacific, 7 Eastern.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna
Yes.
do the early one on Friday. JT says, "Do you think Sarah Boone watches the live streams while writing one of her letters?" She would if she could,
I
JT. She really would
know.
if she could. Yeah, she would be all over this. I mean, she already has shouted out her supporters from her letters.
That's us, sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for coming, everyone, and have a great night.
All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time.